So you guys might have seen the drama recently. There's a video made by this creator where he slanders my name and calls me a scammer and liar. There has been a lot of misinformation and overall just blatant lies. This one individual has made 2 videos already. Then there's a ton of other YouTubers. So I have to clear everything up. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. I got to focus on the positive. I want to spread good vibes. I don't want to focus on the negative 24/7. Yeah, there are moments where I might not be 100% positive, but I try my absolute best.
So a few days ago, to celebrate the new year, I made a video on Nick A30 called Nick A30 Just Destroyed His Reputation. In this video, I talked about 2 viral videos by this creator by the name of Archh, who was making some pretty damning allegations against Nick A30, accusing him of scamming his fans and just being overall a very rude person. I gave my thoughts on the situation, and I said that based on what Archh was saying, I can understand why he was saying that Nick A30 was a scammer. After making this video, like, lots of people said like that was a bad take. Nick A30 didn't scam anyone, it's a donation. I can completely understand those points. Maybe I was quick to jump the gun and say it was a scam. More along the lines of it was kind of scummy what Nick A30 did, accepting a donation and basically not answering the guy's question after about 3-4 donations of about $10. Now, Nick A30 himself actually did just make a video 2 days ago called Responding to the Drama.
So you guys might have seen the drama recently. There's a video made by this creator where he slanders my name and calls me a scammer and liar. There has been a lot of misinformation and overall just blatant lies. This one individual has made 2 videos already. Then there's a ton of other YouTubers. So I have to clear everything up.
Okay, first things first. Thank you, Nick. I love the amazing little shout out in the bottom left corner. Nick A30 just destroyed his rep, and it's a beautiful old me. Obviously jokes, you know, so it's kind of like when Mr. Beast did his Oompaville interview and he just kind of called out the people who are going to make videos on this. That's what I do. I make drama videos and I cover topics and I give my thoughts on it, right? I don't think Nick A30 is the worst human being alive, but I do still agree that, hey, maybe a guy who's like in his 30s playing Fortnite all day, making videos in these little machinimas for kids and whatnot, it's kind of cringy. I still do believe the idea that if you're taking donations from people and whatnot and you're like, yeah, tell me what challenge you want me to do, and then they do, and then you just make a big stink about it, and then you end up doing another video where you pretty much call these people out and talk crap to them and whatnot. I feel like that's not the best way to handle situations like this. Again, my opinion, I'm a dumb guy.
And so that's what we're going to be doing today. So first things first, when I reacted to his video originally, you might notice his title of the video was Nick A30 scams his viewers. And if we look at what the video is called now, it's Nick A30 scammed me. He's clearly using my name to create a false narrative to gain views and propel his channel forward.
You're probably wondering what happened. Well, I found out he exploits his viewers for money.
This is a wild claim with absolutely zero proof.
On the 27th of December 2020.
Now, I kind of agree with Nick here. I do think that saying scams his viewers is a definite jump. It's trying to paint an image that wasn't exactly the case. What happened was, in this specific case, Archh himself, in his eyes, got scammed, right? Nick A30 doesn't have like a large laundry list of fans and people that he's scammed, and if anything, this was one of the first times that someone like Archh even called out Nick A30 for doing this. And looking back on the entire situation, it seems like the whole thing was just a really bad miscommunication between both of them, really. And again, Archh did indeed decide to make 2 videos capitalizing off of, you know, the Nick A30 drama. People who thought that Nick A30 always had like a screw loose or something like that. And it is indeed factual that Archh did make a video with the intent of kind of making Nick A30 look bad.
At no point whatsoever did Archh reach out via Twitter, email, any social media platform, or through another donation saying that he would like a refund, because everyone knows I would refund that donation within a heartbeat. I know it's not about the money. Otherwise, you would have asked for a refund, you take down the videos, but I know you're not going to. And I'm not one to censor anything. Everyone is more than allowed to have their opinion, make videos on me, form opinions. I will never DMCA strike, copyright claim them, or anything like that. People want to get upset at me for censoring certain words in my YouTube comments and in my streams. And that's because, like, hey, I gotta focus on the positive. I want to spread good vibes. I don't want to focus on the negative 24/7. Yeah, there are moments where I might not be 100% positive, but I try my absolute best. And I've learned throughout the years, the more you're positive, the more that flourishes your positive community. And the moment you start addressing hate and negativity, which I have to do now, which I absolutely despise, that's when there's even more negativity and more hate and more drama.
Now, I agree here with Nick. I think that's a really good point. If you do start to notice the negativity as a creator, if you start to reply to the negative comments, if you start to reply to the haters or the troll videos, whatever you want to call it, more people are going to make them because they know that it gets a rile from you and it makes them more content. There are plenty of people on this platform who like cover drama, who cover controversial things. You know, I do that. But then there are some people who potentially like to like rage bait people, and then they will make an entire career or content off of that. Think of people like, you know, Wings of Redemption, Cyrax, what people call lolcows. The reason why they have hours and hours and hours and years worth of content is because they're able to rile these creators up and continue to essentially milk the cow that is them as content.
I've streamed Fortnite for 7 years and people have asked me for challenges every single stream. I'm out of ideas, bro. And I could sound like a broken record and say one chest challenge, one chest challenge, one chest challenge. But like at the end of the day, how many videos are people going to watch where Nick A30 gives me a challenge and it's the one chest challenge? Like how boring would that be? So I try to be a little more reserved so people can't just use my name and say Nick A30 gave me a challenge and it's the same thing over and over again. When you see a Nick A30 video, I want it to be special. I want it to be unique. And that's the same way I treat my content on my channel. So my overall mindset on this kind of stuff, it never changes. Like you got to put in the work, you got to put in the time.
Again, another answer by Nick A30 that I feel like doesn't answer anything. If you didn't want to give this guy a challenge, that should have been the first response after the first donation, right? I get it. Accidents happen. Nick A30 is playing Fortnite. He's over here shooting people while this guy's donating, while the chat's doing this, while this is happening. There's a lot happening all at once when someone is streaming, especially Nick, who has like thousands of viewers every single stream, right? I get it. But again, to then claim like, I just don't have any ideas. I just don't have any. Again, you could have literally said anything. And then he uses the whole idea of like the one chest only thing. Which, okay, that's still an idea, right? That still would have made Archh happy because that's literally one of the ideas he gave you was shotgun only or one chest only. You could have just answered one of those. And the first video by Archh, the second video, none of these videos would have existed.
One thing I actually noticed when watching this back is the donation messages he's making and typing out in the video itself. They're not what he actually said when he donated. I logged on to my Streamlabs and I'm able to see the exact donation messages. His second donation was, bro, it can be any challenge, just anything off the top of your head, even if it's been done before. Thanks. I mentioned some in the last dono, like one chest or shotgun only, lol. Appreciate your content, man. Not trying to spam, just sending you money, LeMayo. Brother, you asked me to tell you what I would like you to say and then you don't read the message.
As soon as I sent the next donation, I realized.
Now, one thing that I noticed with this specific point right here is Archh, like for some reason right here, it's lowercase. And then for some reason right here, it's uppercased and then it's lowercased again. I don't know if that's any type of manipulation. I'm not going to make that claim. It could just be the way it looks on Nick A30's end. Either way, based on these donations, it does look like Archh did exclude one, which I believe is the very top one. He didn't include, or like whenever he did mention them in his video, he changed the wording around to make it not seem very rude. But the way I can see this is Archh did in fact reply to Nick based on the donations, kind of I don't know what you would say, like snarky, not trying to spam, just sending you money, LMAO, right? So yeah, it definitely is a weird way to reply to someone.
Asked me to tell you what I would like you to say and then you don't read the message.
As soon as I sent the next donation, I realized he had banned me from donating, which is really strange, man.
If I wanted more money from you, I would keep you unbanned.
And this guy does have a history of banning his fans who pay money to be in his customs.
This is not true because for 100 player customs, you can have the trusted role or you can be a sub to join. So one is paid, one is unpaid. At one point I did make it so everyone can join the customs, whether you're a sub or not, whether you have the trusted role or not. But as you guys know, and you guys have seen clips, people grief my customs and it's just impossible to get anything done. So obviously we have to limit it to a smaller group of people.
No, that's actually a fair point. I completely understand why Nick does this. First of all, you can tell by the amount of videos he has getting trolled or having people ruin his customs or machinimas, whatever he wants to call them. It makes complete sense for him to put it behind had some type of fan goal or some type of donation goal, something like that, because it gives people an incentive not to screw up the scene. Essentially, if you just let everybody in for free, people are going to screw it up, and you're going to waste your entire day. You're going to waste all that time when you could just say, hey, give me, a few bucks, or go to the Discord, get this role, prove yourself, and then you're more than welcome to help out.
If you felt that I was trying to get more and more donations, why did you keep on donating? Why not just stop it right there, move on to another streamer, ask for a refund, and then be done with it? And as you see now with 2 videos on your channel, you clearly were looking for drama and you were looking to profit off my name. And if you think I'd be willing to risk my career and risk my name and brand over I'm just going to be generous here and say a $15 donation in total. I mean, come on, bro. Like, you don't got to purposely mislead everybody just to get a video out there and build up your subscribers.
And they got banned.
Now, that's also an interesting point I've seen people mention is like, Nick A30 is a millionaire. Obviously, he doesn't need this kid's $10. And that's why he blocked him, because like if the guy's spamming your chat and he's kind of bringing like what you would consider toxic vibes, it makes complete sense to block them. I feel like what people were seeing though was they were seeing you block this person who was just asking questions and whatnot, and that's the idea that like Archh was also putting out there, which I guess wasn't the case. That's not how it went down.
Simply just asking a question.
I haven't banned a single person who mentioned the drama. I've timed out people. I've removed donations. Funny enough, in my Discord in the mod channel, I specifically said I do not want to ban anyone. If anyone brings up the drama, just time them out for 24 hours and then we move on.
No, that's one point right there. Timing out, whatever. You could argue Archh did lie by saying ban. I feel like it's kind of the same thing though. Timing people out is pretty much silencing them, which I personally don't think is a problem. If you're wanting to avoid drama on your platform, I think you have every right to time people out, block them, mute them, whatever the case may be. I've never been on the side of like, you can never silence anyone if they give criticism or if they're trolling. Like, no, go right ahead, Nick. I'm honestly not mad at you for that. Just ignore the trolls, quite frankly.
I genuinely just wish there was a lot more positivity out there, and the clips that would get views would be the ones where I'm actually responding positively and giving people challenges, being nice and shout outs and thank yous, but nobody cares about that. All I ask is that you just understand there's always 2 sides to every story. I'm not going to make any more videos covering this. I want to just focus on the positive because again, you focus on the positive, it tends to create a more positive community. This kind of stuff does not make me feel good. It's just not very fun, and it just makes you not excited to stream. It doesn't make you excited to make videos, and everything's just negative, and you don't see any positive. Not fun. So genuinely, I mean this. There's no ill will towards anybody. Archh, I wish you all the best. I appreciate all the support, guys. And so all I ask is we keep it positive, guys. We move on from this and keep on spreading good vibes, never back down, never give up, and have an amazing rest of your day, guys.
Amazing. So there it is. That was Nick A30's response to the drama. Overall, it was a big misunderstanding between the both of them. I do think that Archh was quick to make a video trying to paint Nick A30 out in like the worst light imaginable. But I also think that Nick A30 didn't really take like full accountability, because he didn't even mention the second video that went viral, which was pretty much him playing Red Dead, freaking out, calling Archh like money hungry and like a clout chaser and a moron and all kinds of other things.
Look, I'm going to show you all you need to know about how scummy people are, okay? Look at this. 1.3k views, 1.3k views, 2.8k views, 2.3k views, 106,000 views on this video right here. You see that? Because you are just a rude, spiteful individual. And not only that, you weren't looking for content from me, bro. You were looking to make something like this. I could tell with your donations and the way that you were antagonizing me with that, okay? And I think the views speak for themselves. Oh, look at this. Not a single video over 10k views here, and then you do a video on me over 100,000 views. You clout chaser, and you made way more than $10. So go show that to your community. Go show your ad revenue on that. Little scummy person, bro. Such a scumbag.
I mean, I think you're completely allowed to call out your critics and call out people who, in your eyes, you think are trying to like ruin your career and whatnot. But I do think that Nick A30 then being like, guys, let's just be more positive, but not mentioning the fact that he went on like a 15-minute rant calling this guy every name, every word in the book besides his own. I feel like that's kind of funny to leave out. Overall, my whole thing on the situation is I don't care, right? It's over. And that's pretty much my update on all of this drama, right? Archh, you should have been 100%. You shouldn't have twisted the words and made it seem worse than it was. But again, NickA30, you shouldn't rage on your haters. You know, be the bigger man if you're all about positivity and whatnot. That's just my opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think down below. I appreciate you watching. Peace out.